Hey, what's up guys, my name is Jackie and you're watching Gudchi Feet, where today I'm going to react to a video made by Science Insider about the myths about the feet debunked by podiatrists. So I'm going to react to the video and see what's it like, if they're legit or not. If you don't know about this video, they basically got a few podiatrists to come along and answer like the most commonly asked questions, which I'm going to react to. I haven't really seen the video just yet, so I'm pretty excited to see all these crazy questions that I normally get and like how they answer it. It'll be awesome to compare my notes in my head with them as well in America, which is really exciting. If you like this video, don't forget to watch more of my content on this channel. I got heaps of content for you guys. And also answer me in the comments below, what kind of questions do you have for your podiatrist?
I am Dr. Sarah Holler. I'm a foot and ankle surgeon and I practice in New York, New Jersey. I got into foot and ankle because I wanted to be a ballerina. I wanted to so badly, but I was not that good. So I ended up being a doctor instead, and my feet definitely thanked me.
I want to be a ballerina,
I'm
but I
Dr.
wasn't good enough, so I became a doctor.
I'm a doctor of podiatric medicine. We treat everything below the knee, and today we will be debunking all the myths about feet. Pedicures gave me toenail.
I'm just going to pause it right there actually. Pedicures gave me toenail fungus. I'm just going to say some of the things, like I'm going to answer first and then I'll see how they like, and some of them I'm just listening to it and then I'll give them my input and stuff. Pedicures give toenail fungus, kinda. You can kinda get it anywhere, to be honest. Swimming pools, you can get it lots of places. It doesn't have to be. But main thing is that you have to keep your nail under hygiene. So a lot of times when we don't cut our nails often enough, say if you leave it for like half a year and something like that, that's when like things get stuck underneath there for a long period of time. And especially if they're in your shoes, which is dark, warm, moist, especially when you work out a lot as well, that's when all the sweat builds up. And then exactly, that's how toenail fungus gets into it, your nails and
Gave me toenail fungus.
I think yes and no. I mean,
yeah.
You can get fungus from anywhere. I mean, you can be in a carpet.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can't prove that it's not going to happen here, but I can't prove that it will either.
Exactly.
I definitely take precaution when I go to a pedicure salon. I bring my own nail polish, and if this is part of your self-care ritual, don't stop going. But at the same time, just be cautious. That's all.
Yeah.
You can get toenail fungus from anywhere. Pedicures are safe if they're done in a safe, sterile environment.
Exactly. He knows what he's talking about.
They do clean their instrumentation. They have these sanitary bags that go inside of the bathtub soaps, and that should be changed out between every person that comes through. So they do take precaution, but at the same time, again, anywhere there's a warm, hot, moist environment, it's like a breeding ground for fungus.
Exactly. A lot of times when you go to a pedicure, you have to be careful whether they are actually clean or not. A lot of the times, the things that we use here, we have to clean pretty much every after use. So like if you have equipment there, and what we do is we put into a sterilizer that goes 130-ish degrees, 120 to 130 degrees, which kills off lots of things called endospores. Really important because those can last, they can actually survive over 100 degrees of like say boiling water. So a lot of times if you have a sterilizer, that's the most like the key thing to sterilize everything and to keep things. So far so good. Let's keep this going.
Cutting the sides of my toenail will prevent an ingrown toenail. No. Absolutely not. When you cut your nail, you're supposed to cut it straight across. So when you do that, the nail doesn't grow into the corner, creating an ingrown, which can create infection and a lot of pain.
So what everyone thinks sometimes is that they cut the actual nail rounded, it'll grow out rounded. That's not true, because the actual nail matrix where the nail grows from behind the actual skin, it actually grows as a square. You only see the rounded part. So by actually cutting it how you want it to grow, it's not going to change the actual root of it and how it's meant to grow.
Right. I couldn't agree more. What's going to cause ingrown toenails is your toenail. So when that gets cut too short, it grows right into the corner of your skin. It's like a little pin. Once that starts penetrating the skin, it creates an infection, pus, swelling, redness. Not a good look. It hurts. So just cut them straight across.
All right, this is the biggest question that I get as well. How do you cut your toenails? Cut it straight across, maybe cut a V, I don't know how that came along. cutting the corners, everything like that. I think in this video, like if you look at the question carefully, cutting the sides of my toenail will prevent an ingrown toenail. Now the key thing here is to say my toenail. If you look into Toe Bro and those guys, he made a great video on how to cut the toenails, what he does is he rounds off the corner of the toenail, and hence there's no sharp bits. The thing I agree with them is that when you cut your own toenail, cutting it, leaving it kind of like straight across, but with the corners rounded, that's sort of like the key thing.
This is one I know I get all the time.
Oh gosh. All right, you have warts because your feet are dirty.
No. You do not get warts because your feet are dirty. Warts are a virus. You get viruses from all kinds of things.
Viruses can hide anywhere, and they just lay on surfaces. They can be on yoga mats, any kind of exercise equipment.
Pools, gyms, showers, they're everywhere. But don't be afraid, live your life. Just make sure you wear those showers.
That is so correct. You don't get warts because of the dirty ground. You actually get them through like micro cuts around the body. So probably you won't notice. Sometimes what happens is that we maybe walk on something, maybe it's a little gravel, or maybe the floor is uneven and you get a little cut, just a little one that doesn't penetrate through the skin yet, so you don't feel it, but it's enough that causes a little gap within the skin layers. And then that's when the virus, if it happened to be there, it will just come in and then live inside that gap, and then it starts to breed. And what happens, it will look like a kind of a dotted appearance, a black kind of appearance sometimes, and it starts to spread. It is a virus, so it often wants to live and thrive off you. How I usually explain to patients is that you will see those black dots, and those are like its blood capillaries. So what happens is that it's living on that skin layer nice and happily like a vacation, and just drinking off through straws of the capillaries inside your bloodstream without being detected.
I actually love this one. So it's only athletes get athlete feet. That is a straight no. So athlete's feet is actually a fungus,
who says
and
these
it's called
things, you know?
tinea pedis, right? So when you have a fungus like that, usually it comes from warm, moist environments. A lot of times in our socks and shoes when we sweat. It's kind of like harboring like a little petri dish in there. Once all that gets in there, it festers, and it can create a very good looking environment for fungus, bacteria, all types of not good things. That's why you're always told to change out your socks when they start getting sweated. If you're just working and walking around every day, your feet can still sweat too.
Correct.
Not just athletes have those warm, moist environments. Everybody does. So change out your socks, change out your shoes. Use some powder from time to time. That'll help too.
Yeah, that is so true, because actually people think that it's called athlete's foot because athletes often sweat a lot in their shoes and run around a lot, and that's when it's warm, it's dark, it's moist, it's just basically like a festival for these bacteria and everything to fungus to grow, and hence that's why your skin will be the best place to harbor them. In fact, actually, most people get in between toes more than they do underneath their foot, because that's where the sweat kind of gets trapped in. And so often these little gaps is the place where you see like lots of things building up there. And especially when they're in between the toes, there is when they will go up into your nails. So that's when you have to be careful actually. Tinea pedis is what they call it actually. So what happens is it grows in there, and often it tries to travel around, and it travels underneath toes, maybe gets underneath there, starts growing. There's a nice nail that's protecting it. Hence, this is like the perfect environment, you know? It's like a nail in there, there's sweat in there, dark in the shoe. Ah, man. That's what the fungus is like. So that's why a lot of people actually get it. Yeah, these guys are actually pretty good, I have to say. I'm pretty impressed so far.
All inserts are the same.
All
Yeah, this
inserts
is
are the
live.
same.
All
Absolutely no.
My foot is way different than Dr. Brad's foot. We wouldn't
Who
need
the
the same
heck
insert,
says that?
and I'm sure your foot is different. And everybody has something else going on. So just getting an over-the-counter insert for some people is okay, but
Yeah.
sometimes you need a custom one.
Right. I mean, I couldn't agree more. So if you look at my shoes, I just wear an over-the-counter insole.
If you look at
these
my
insoles
shoe-
have nice arch support. These are game.
If you look at my ones as well, I actually made a custom one for myself. I got my own signature on it. Ugh, probably don't want to look at it right now. But what it is this one's actually made for my foot there, and it'll last over like 10 years, like of me just constantly grinding on it and stuff. And a lot of times we're actually using our foot arches a lot, and what happens is that what does foot arch actually do? To be honest, what it is like, imagine like a bow and arrow, and you want to shoot the bow, so you want to pull it tight and then push off like that. What happens is that our foot is similar. The arch of our foot is like a bow and arrow. Once you tighten that, what we call the plantar fascia, and then that's when we can push off like a bow and arrow right there, to shoot off your foot there. It's actually a pretty good video. I actually think that me and these guys are actually on the right track together. Like the way I think and they think as well is pretty on par of each other. I would say like the nail cutting part, I could probably have a little debate with them, but like I think overall it's actually pretty good. If you look into YouTube, the Toe Bro, he made a really good video on like cutting your nails as well. I wouldn't say they are wrong, but I would say it's for a specific type of people as well. So not for everyone, and in this case, not for everyone as well. So that's why it's important to actually get your podiatrist to have a look at it first, and then that's when you learn, okay, what's actually good for you, because everyone's foot is different, everyone's toenails are different as well. Okay guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it was pretty long, but I really enjoyed this video here. If you haven't already, definitely check out their video from Science Insiders. These guys are actually pretty cool there, so I don't want to take any credit from these guys, but actually it is a really insightful video, and I'm really happy with how they speak about the myths that they were just talking about there. If you haven't already, definitely click the subscribe button if you want to watch more of these. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll know what kind of videos that you want me to make. Okay? Have a nice day and stay Gudchi.